Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. Now, Spit Squad, Adam22 took to the internet to let us know what's going on with No Jumper. And he basically said No Jumper has went broke, and he names it on like a bunch of overhead. He basically said, yo, I spent too much money during the pandemic. I started making an observant amount of money during the pandemic, and I thought it was going to last forever. So I started hiring a bunch of people, and then that became more overhead. Then he said he bought a $4 million building, which he's in the process of trying to sell now, and that put more overhead on him. So the content space wasn't as lucrative as he thought. And then a lot of people was liking watching him interview the P stars, but after a while, people didn't care about that anymore. And that's how Adam22 see it. But I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When he got into it with AD, and AD was like his connection on the West Coast, and AD was holding him down, and you know, he kept continuing trying to talk down on AD, he lost the streets. And for what the type of content Adam is doing that's gang driven, you need to have the streets. And then the other part of it is that Adam was pancaking, right? So what do I mean? We all know that AD is from the blue side. So you had the blue side holding you down, talking crazy. When they go out in public, they holding you down, making sure nobody bother you, AD. And then once he left, you ended up coming around Wack. And basically Wack was not technically your protection, but people know if Wack stand next to you, Wack gonna crash out over you. So they kind of treat you like Wack is there even when Wack not there, because they know they gonna have to see Wack if Wack not around when he get around, or when word get back to him that something has happened. So that was one thing. He flipped from one side to the other. Then he started having a bunch of situations with a bunch of people that he worked for that other people liked. That's what he didn't understand. It's like if I do a rap song, right, and then I have Drake on a feature, and then I start dissing Drake because my song, let's just say my song do more streams than any Drake song has ever done and ever, right? And then I start thinking, oh, it's because of me. So I start dissing Drake, and then I start noticing like, yo, my monthly streams are going down. And then you start to figure out, oh, those streams wasn't Fair Play 2333 streams. Those streams were coming from Drake fans. And that's what Adam didn't understand, or he understand and he not saying. All of those people who was working for No Jumper, they were driving forces behind all of his content, his street content. In order to do street content, people have to see it as authentic. So when you got an AD who well respected around Los Angeles, LA area, everybody know him, and then he got his guys coming up there and they doing stuff, and the chick community is doing great right now. And then the second thing that took him off, it was cool. Everybody liked watching the P stuff. Everybody liked watching him interview the P stars and talk crazy to him. And then he started doing Plug Talk, and he say Plug Talk is doing good, but Plug Talk is a different audience from the rap stuff. So what basically ended up happening was, once he had that little spat with Jason Love, and Jason Love then already piped your wife out even though you let him do it, and then your wife was seen on a beach with Jason Love after the fact, like maybe months after y'all had beef, even before that. But once he piped him out, all the black people was basically done with it. They was like, man, I don't know what he on. It's funny to see this happen. And then he started to check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play. It was cool. If you into sneakers, you a sneakerhead, you love seeing the new Jordans, Pumas, whatever it may be. But he also subscribe to Kicking It with Fair Play 2333. If you trying to follow me on my basketball journey, my weightlifting and fitness journey, and also be inspired to get back on your fitness journey, subscribe to Fair Play, Flex, and Fadeaway. Also, any of these pages I just named, you can also find him on TikTok or and in the beginning, we was giving him excuse, not we, but people was giving him excuses because he was standing next to other people. So that's really what happened to Adam's situation. But nonetheless, he say he going broke. But nonetheless, it's not going to affect Plug Talk. As he tell it, it's going to be fine. But if you're new to the channel and you want to hear more Adam22, No Jumper, Wack 100 updates, hit the subscribe button. And to my Spit Squad, hit the like button.